Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Bengals stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fit it. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that. Who they muscle on them? Stripes. Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move closing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock them. Yeah, we got them. Yeah, we fought them. Like that black and orange up on them. Bingo bottle. Never stop it till the beast and know them. Who ain't rocking with the diamond stripes? Flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and
Hey guys, what's going on? Just vibing to that song. What's up? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the back-to-back AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I'm up to 2,389 subscribers. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or X and you haven't subscribed to my channel, why not? Please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button. Hit the bell for notification. And every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube chat crew, we're doing Super Chat. So, we're doing, like I said, I titled this Corey Dillon Misunderstood. So, he said he'd talk about anything. No subject is off the table. So, if you guys got something you are really wanting to ask Corey, give me a super chat. Or if you just want to support the show, give me a super chat. Or if you just want to tell Corey how awesome he is and how he should be in the Hall of Fame and he should be in the Ring of Honor, yada, 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 give me a super chat. Anyway, and as always, I'm coming to you live from this glorious place down here. It's the Ice Cave. And the Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And you know what? I got the new hat on today, Jackpot Joey. Corey Dillon's shipment is on the way to his house. So hopefully next Monday, maybe he'll have some on there. But if you want the gear, go to jackpotjoey9.com. Portion of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Fund, the Joe Burrow Foundation. The beer is at Break Brewery. We got the Cornhole Tournament coming up this Saturday. All of that, 100% of that is going to the Joe Burrow Foundation. So if you guys want to sign up for it, go to brinkbrewery.com and any of their social media platforms and go sign up. What's up to everybody that's in the chat? I know I said 6 because Corey had an appointment, and then he said got on. He said get here early, so we're here. This is why I tell you to, hit the button to subscribe because every time I go live, you'll be notified. There goes my dog going off. Anyway, what's up to Stranger, Foxy, and Amy? What is going on? All right, I've rambled on enough. Let's get to the man. Let's get to Corey. What is up, my friend? How are you?
Hey, what's up, my man?
Just living the dream here in Cincinnati, Ohio. You're in California. I mean, it's not as cool as Ohio, I know, but you're probably struggling with that, aren't you?
No, not really.
Oh, how's that traffic out there, though? Is that?
Oh man, I tell you what, man. Once you get accustomed to the California life, man, you got to know when to leave your house.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? And I kind of mastered it, so I got to leave a couple hours early to get to a 15-minute appointment, that's what I got to do.
There you go. You got that California cool. Get that all figured out. All right, so you've been on my show multiple times. You've been on Bengals
Right.
Brewers, and we kind of talked about some of this stuff. And like you and me were talking Saturday night, we discussed all that stuff. I'm like, hey, why don't we just come on live and you can, talk your side of the story of things. And like I said, when it comes out in print sometimes, it isn't exactly the way you meant it to come out, your inflection, your tone, stuff like
Right.
that. So that's what we're trying to do here is just try to clear the air. And none of this is any hate at all. You're past it. You're good with this. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's just start with this. What's your relationship with the Bengals and Mike Brown right now?
I would say estranged right now, I guess, due to the fact that we never really had one. So
right.
But hey, I'm willing to work something out if he is. So and that's where I'm at with it. I don't really hold no grudges, and hopefully in the near future we all can have a sit down and good laugh, handshake, and move forward.
Right. So what was the cause of the strain? Mike just didn't talk to his players that much right now because he's driving Joe Burrow around in a golf cart now. Has Mike changed, you think, or?
Time he done changed. From my experience being there, he was quiet. He didn't say too much of anything. So yeah, I guess. And then, but on the flip side of that, then you have other players that played in my era said he was cool as a fan, and they were cordial, and he was cordial with them. So I'm just saying, from my experience, we never had that owner-player connection where we communicated on a daily basis.
So is it like always a strained relationship from the get-go, you think, or?
I
guess what caused that, you think, or just the way it was?
It was just the way it was, man. It was nothing on my part or his part. I guess I just took it. That's just how it was.
Right. All right. So I guess right now, so what is with where you're at now and the way things happen? What is your biggest, frustration with the team or management in general?
Where they at right now?
Yeah, well, let's do it this way. Let's do 2 parts. Let's go with your biggest frustration when you were playing. Let's go with that.
I just think on my part was, man, you know what? In my mind, I was, I came from winning programs. You know what I mean? Everywhere from Pop Warner on up into high school, junior college, University of Washington. So I was accustomed to winning, and I guess just the constant losing kind of set in, and probably kind of threw me off. So and
that threw us all off, even as fans.
Right. So I as fans, I know you guys didn't like that as well. So me personally, it was more of, man, dude, I never want to get comfortable with losing, man, ever. So that kind of played a big part in the whole situation.
And that I was saying that, we were talking on the phone the other night. That had to grind on you mentally. Just as a fan, it grinded on me mentally. I'm like, sometimes I was like, all right, the Bengals are on, okay, because they had blackouts in. So I'm like, okay,
Right.
well, I don't have to go through I'd still keep track of it. Sometimes this is what I would do. I would watch a game on TV and listen to it on the radio. The Bengals get on the radio, but I could watch something else. The grind of that, just trying to, oh, you're a Bengals fan? Like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Thanks. Everybody felt sorry for you. I'm sure as you and the players, because you guys aren't going out there trying to lose,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who does that? Like, oh, yeah, we're losing today. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we don't do that, man. But when you're in seasons where you went like 3-13 and 2-14, man, that wears on you, man. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. I don't know, and I think it's Corey. One thing that I always admired about you going through those years, and it was the whole time we never really, had we had moments, but you never through the talent. You never bagged the game. And to me, it's like that's what I was asking. It's like, how did you do that? Because I know there's times where you're like, man, I don't want to go out here and play because I'm going to get my ass kicked again. I'm going to be sore. I'm going to, how did you mentally go through that, man? Because that's a grind.
Yeah, man, it's tough, man. But, man, you just got to put in your mind, like, man, dude, regardless of what you're going through or the team, or, man, you got to go out there and and perform and represent yourself. So, in those seasons, man, when I put on the uniform, man, I'm 110%, man. And hey, win, lose, or draw, man, I'm gonna go out there and give it my best. And that was just my mindset going into each season. No matter what happens, man, I'm getting paid to do a job, and I'm gonna do it the best way I know how. So,
And that's the way a lot of your teammates work too. I mean,
right.
I don't, and I'm not asking you to do this, but I can't sit there and say there's an NFL player that, bagged it. I mean, I'm sure maybe some of the lower ones didn't, but I mean, great ones like you, Big Willie, Pick, Darnell
Right.
Scott, you guys are out there working your asses off.
Exactly. There's not one player I know that, came in on game day and was like, you know what, I don't feel like playing today. That's not it.
Right.
Unless they were hurt. It just came in and was like, you know what, I'm gonna get paid regardless. You know what, I'm gonna take a day off. You guys go handle it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it at home. I wish you guys well. I don't know no player like that. So yeah, man, it's tough. We all had a different mindset, man, of, you know what, like I said, man, we're gonna go out there and fight and see what happens. So, and it didn't turn out well all the time, but sometimes it did. So
yeah, sometimes you broke some records, and
yeah, a couple here and there.
Times, right.
I take that, but yeah, nobody ever went into a game like, you know what, with doubt, like we're not going to win the game.
Right. So all right, so you and me talked about this too with the Joe Burrow contract and getting how much money he got. You were kind of talking about this on the show to try to explain to people the pressure of like once you get your big contract, the pressure
Right.
of having that contract and having to perform and having the team on your shoulders. Why don't you go into explain a little more about that?
Dude, it's tough. Like, man, when they pay you, man, what you're worth, right? You have an obligation to live up to that contract.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people this season not understanding Joe being hurt, and getting that doubt of maybe he's not living up to his contract. Nah, that dude, hey, he earned that.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's healthy 100%, and it seems like he's getting there, he's going to earn that full contract. So, but there is pressure of living up to it. And I think every player goes through that once you hit that payday of, you know what, I got paid, I arrived, I'm finally here. But then you know what? You got to go live up to it and put it out there. So hopefully he's dealing with that well. And you know what? He's gonna prove to everybody, like I know, the player he is. So I'm not worried about that at all.
So like we were saying the other night, the Bengals are like Georgia Wheezy. Moving on
up
to the
side. Yeah. I finally got my piece of the pie.
Oh, it's so much fun being a Bengals fan now. All right, so the let's go with some of the I guess so. The frustration, the flipping burgers, the throwing the shoulder pads into the stands,
Okay.
all that is related to contract, to losing all the time. What caused all that?
Well, the flipping hamburger situation came from my contract.
Wait, did you say that on a radio station, or were you quoted on that? I don't even remember.
I don't even know. I think it was written in the newspaper. It wasn't. I don't think I said that on a radio station. Hey, I'm crazy, but I ain't that crazy. But you know what I mean. But that stemmed from we was in negotiation talks, and
what year was this? Do you remember?
Man, I want to say this was. I want to say 2000, something
so
like
this
that.
this is after your rookie contract's up. Then
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So my agents go in. I actually stayed in the car. I was like, they were just like, hang out for a while. Hey man, this shouldn't take long.
Right.
This should be pretty cut and dry.
You're at what, Spinney Field then? That's where the office
We're at Spinney Field.
Yeah.
So my agents get back in the car, and I'm like, what happened? And they were like, you don't want to know what happened. I was like, bullshit. Yes, I do. What happened? And so we get to talking, and it was like, well, they were trying to compare you to some other running back and all this stuff. And this guy had You know, his stats weren't even comparable to yours. And I was just like, oh, that's how they do it. So, you know what? On that note, I got pissed off. I'm like, shit, it's my time to get paid, and I'm being compared to somebody else that's not even or can't even do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was kind of salty, and I felt a certain way about it. So you know what? That's where that comment came from. I'd rather flip burgers than play. So yeah, was I out of pocket? Yeah, but due to the situation, what I heard, well, shit, that's all I could do at that time. So I said it. My bad. And what else you want me to do about it? Hey, but the bottom line is, yeah, I said that, but check this out, though. I did play all the way to 2003, so I still listen to me, fellas and ladies. I still put that damn uniform on and went out there and did what I did. So
exactly.
I mean, a comment ain't gonna stop any damn thing. So we can get past that as well.
And the thing is, you didn't have free agency then. That wasn't the thing, right? So I mean, you were the Bengals. I mean, was there other than getting traded? There wasn't any way. You had no other leverage, right?
Man, no, and even when I got to the status of unrestricted free agent, you know what? They went out and told everybody, you know what? We don't care what you offer them. We're going to match it. So that kind of screwed that off too. No other team was like, you know what? We're not going to do no contract for the Bengals. So I was stuck like Chuck. So
right.
There it is.
And I agree with Robert here. He said you don't have to explain, Corey. Your play said it all. Exactly. I mean,
my God, that's what I'm. Hey, man, hey, Robert, you know what I'm talking about, homeboy.
Exactly.
I feel you.
Exactly. So all right, so we're rolling in. We got Marvin Lewis coming in. Things are changing. You know, the Bengals beat the Chiefs. We got all this momentum. Carson Palmer's there, Chad's there, you're there, and we're all basically like, all right, Corey, we're gonna be doing good. The next thing we see is Corey's being Corey, throwing his helmet into the stands, throwing his short pants. So let's roll back to, I think you said was it the off season of that year where it all kind of started?
No, I think it was it was beginning of the season. Like just sitting down. I had like three sit downs with Marvin. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you know, in some of those conversations, he was like, "Man, you know, just tell me from your perspective, what could we do better and what you think is wrong." And I'm not gonna get into details about that because it ain't
that's
that
between you and
serious.
Marvin.
Yeah, that's between me and him. So you know, we wrapped up, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what, Corey, everything. Yeah, I'm gonna look into things and don't worry about it, right?" So, but during the season when the stuff started coming up, you know, and in these later meetings, you know, I could see it was going from like, well, Corey, there's nothing I could do about it. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like he shrugged his shoulders on me, like, you know, it is what it is. There's nothing I could do about it. And the final last meeting was like, went along like this. I said, you know what? I was called in. There was actually another player in there. I'm not going to mention his name, you know, but, and it went, the whole conversation went along the lines like this. Oh, you guys got to stop this and this and that. And I was like, you know what? Put on the game tape of Arizona. We just got through playing them. Put on the game tape of Arizona, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. He refused to put on the game tape and was just like, try to sweep it under the rug, like, no, you guys got to stop this and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, at that point, I was just like, you know what, man? Hey, it's cool. But at the end of this season, man, just let's everybody keep the same energy and it's all about business. So we're gonna have to make some business decisions at the end of the season. And you know what? I played out that whole 03 season. I ain't say a word, man, and just kept it pushing and was trying to get healthy. I don't think people remember, you know what? I'm coming off a torn MCL and a torn groin. So
I'd forgotten that till you told me that the other night.
Yeah, so I've been battling with that, and ultimately, man, my health was the most important thing going on for me at that time. Just trying to get healthy, and then on top of that, I was still out there trying to play. So it was kind of like a slap in my face in so many words. And then earlier in that whole season, like just getting a whim of, you know what, I'm hurt and the team is trying to trade me. I think things just went sour from that point on. So at the end of the season, it wasn't no disrespect. I was like, you know what? At this point where I'm at right now, this is probably the last time y'all gonna be seeing me around here. So
it was,
and basically it was, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, I'd rather give it to the fans than take it back inside. So it wasn't a gesture of disrespect. And if anybody took it that way, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. It wasn't like that at all. So
everybody in the comments say you ain't got to apologize for nothing. They all
I know I ain't got to apologize for shit, but I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the type of guy I am.
Yeah.
You know?
And Paul said, I don't think CD needs to apologize for anything. Dude busted his ass on some bad teams. We all agree with that.
There we go.
Dude, I said, you were the offense a lot of the times, you know? I mean,
right.
So, I mean,
right.
It is what it is. I got. You made Augie cry though. He said, "Don't bring that up." First time I ever cried after games when you tossed the uniform in the crowd.
Oh, come on, bro. Hey, man, I was trying to throw the equipment to you, bro.
But the funny thing is, like the thumbnail I got for the show here is you met the guy who caught your helmet. How did that come about? Did he reach out to you, or how did you? Because you guys are in a pro shop.
No, you know the crazy thing about that is, man, it's like when I went back for the 50th anniversary, he actually showed up with that helmet, man, and I was like, mouthpiece still in the damn helmet. I'm like, holy shit, right? and it was so cool, man. We sat there and we rapped, and you know, I actually signed the helmet for him, man, and it was a good moment, and that's what I wanted to create, man. It wasn't about disrespect. And for that guy to come down to that stadium with that helmet and for me to sign it, man, it was the ultimate, man. So it made what I initially thought to do the right thing to do. So you know, so I'm not really tripping about the throwing the pads and helmet in the stand anymore, man, because I was doing it with good intentions, nothing bad.
Exactly. I gotta get your best friend Chop up here. He says, I didn't take it that way, Corey. You already know. You have completely changed my mind after listening to you talk about it. From fuck Corey to what I consider a friendship. So there you go.
Thank you. See, and that's the power of conversation, brother.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of facts that ain't been spoke of. So sometimes you gotta put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and you know what, have that discussion that you normally wouldn't have. So
and that's kind of what you'd like to have with the Bengals. You know?
What's up?
Yeah, like, hey, you know, it's like 20 years ago, you know.
Hey, it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
What's been going on?
Yeah, it's been a little while, you know.
Yeah, so hey man, you gotta make yourself uncomfortable sometimes, man, and in order for people to see you for who you are, man, you gotta tackle and answer those tough questions. So, and I'm down. My life been an open book anyway, so I might as well, you know, I tell you my side of it. So I'm not tripping about it.
And like I said, I tell everybody, I said Corey's cool as hell. I'm like, he sat there and talked to this crazy ass for 3 hours Saturday night. So
yeah.
I'm like,
we were doing a lot of laughing too, man.
And the funny thing was, after you got done, you're like, yeah, I'm an introvert. I said, yeah, you're an introvert who just talked for 3 hours. Once he gets going, people, Corey.
Hey, it's hard to shut me up, man. I'm telling you. Dead serious.
But that was, I'm with Portia. This has been awesome that, you know, we've created a friendship and stuff. So I'm happy with that. And like I've told you before, you know, people can talk and just because you don't agree with somebody, don't mean you don't like them or you don't love them. I mean,
exactly.
Just because we don't agree, don't mean nothing.
It doesn't mean screw you, man. Hey, I'm pretty sure there's somebody in America right now, probably at a job they don't like, but you know what they do? They go to work and do their job anyway. There's no difference. There's no difference than any, like, from NFL to corporate America. And then on top of that, dude, you don't have to see eye to eye with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And cast judgment upon them, like, since they didn't see it your way, that's a bad person. No, it doesn't work that way. We all entitled to our opinions. You know what? And as long as we respecting each other while we voicing our opinion, then it's all good.
Right. Exactly. That's what makes us human, man. That's what makes us be able to do that. You know, you should be able to-
and to top that off, you could even not like somebody and still respect them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
man, there's a million ways to chop this thing up, man. And it just boils down to, you know what, common sense and respect, dude. That's the bottom line of it.
Exactly, man. And I'm so happy that you've been able to do this and reach out, because like I said, I was telling you earlier, of course, like you were starting to be forgotten, to be honest. I mean, I'll tell you that. And I don't know why people are forgetting you, but if people do forget you, I just figure I'd read off your stats here. Just, give me a second here. You played 10 seasons for the Bengals and Patriots. You had 2,618 carries for 11,241 yards. You had 244 catches, which I don't think people remember how good of a pass catcher you were. Yeah. You did that for 1,913 yards, 89 touchdowns, 4 Pro Bowls, and a Super Bowl from some other team. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You got that Lombardi, you got that ring, in somewhere there.
Yeah. Somewhere over in Boston somewhere. Yeah. I know. I get it.
Nah, it's cool. Like I said, hey, Caps told you, and I told you I was happy as hell when you got that ring. So I mean,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, because you guys seen the whole catalog of Corey, man. So you see how it was from struggle to finish. So, and I appreciate that, man. That means you're not only a Bengals fan, but you're a Corey Dillon fan, man, and that's real talk.
Absolutely. And the thing is, like, and it kills me is the whole Hall of Fame thing, dude. It's like I put that tweet out. Yeah. Well, actually, I copied what you had off Instagram. I put it on my Twitter, and that thing blew up. And I'm not trying to throw any shade. We're not trying to throw any shade on Jerome Bettis or anything, but your stats are damn near the same. you know? I mean, so that's where I'm like, and you don't get any run that you should. And that's where I want you on here. I'm like, Corey Dillon should be in the Hall of Fame. Corey Dillon should be in the Ring of Honor. Corey Dillon is one of the best running backs to ever play. He's got record books. He's got jerseys. He's got cleats in the Hall of Fame. They don't just hand those out to anybody.
Yeah, you just can't get those on eBay, brother. Right. I mean, you gotta go out there. You gotta go out there and put in some work, man. And it's just, I mean, I charge it to a lot of things, man, because you know what? When you get to start talking to like some of these Movados on the Hall of Fame thing, and it comes down to a couple things that I done heard. Oh, I mean, numerous times. Oh, well, you didn't have that much TV exposure because you played for the Bengals, and then on top of that is, oh, you played for the Bengals. So, and for the longest, man, I mean, not only myself but a lot of others, like, you know, what does that mean? Like,
right. Well,
I don't get what that means. So
it happened to Ken Riley. He just got in. Ken Anderson should already be there. Big Willie should be in there. You should be in there. I mean, we can go.
List goes on and on. It ain't like Cincinnati didn't have no talent, man. That's BS.
And that's why I'm so happy that they started this Ring of Honor, so we don't forget about you guys. I mean, because if the Bengals aren't promoting you, then the NFL sure.
How the hell else you think somebody else gonna promote you?
Right. Exactly.
So that's where all the gripes be coming in at. It's like, you know what? We all be in a better place if this happened like 20 years ago. I think everybody would be in a situation where, you know, they're honored, you know, respectfully. You know what I mean? So since this thing is brand new, of course it's gonna be back jam for a while, you know what I mean? And then it's gonna come down to who should be in over who. Man, it shouldn't even got to that point. You know what I mean?
And that's the problem we're at, where you're only letting 2 in a year.
Right.
That's where I wish they kind of do it to 4 at least, or at least every other year, maybe add 4. You know, just to try to help out, get some of the cluster away from it, because we're gonna start having guys like eventually, you know, we're gonna have guys from this era that needs to be in there. We still haven't got guys from your era in there.
Exactly. And man, I want you to key on this important point you just made. If they're not promoting you, who the hell else is going to do it, bro?
Right.
Who's going to do it?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, and that's where the frustration and all the stuff comes in at, man. It's like it's long overdue. So, hey, give us outspoken players like myself. Hey, cut us a little slack, man. I'm just here to to hyphen awareness and speak the facts, man.
Yeah,
I'm not here to be malice and you know what and to be rude, to be honest with you.
Exactly. And the thing is that things have changed. I mean, this organization is 110 degrees different from what it was when you played, and that's just from the outside.
And bro, and I 1,000% agree with that. It is a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
That team and the organization is moving in the right direction. And you know what? They got a great product out there on the field. That's what everybody wants. That's the ultimate goal. So, man, I'm happy. And you know what? I'm happy, to be a part of the history there. So I'm not tripping at all about anything, to be honest with you.
Does it give you some pride? You know
what? Because you know what it brings? It brings that whole the Bengals stuff.
Yeah.
It's killing that. It's
Squash.
killing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These guys went to a Super Bowl and AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear the Bengals no more.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So that team and that front office that's there now, man, they're moving that team along as they should.
Exactly. Chris here says I should change the name of my show. He says, "Dang, Ice, I think you need to change the title to Strawberry Ice featuring Corey Dillon."
Hey, bro, hey, bro.
Hey, I can't. Corey's my dude now, man.
Hey, man, hey, what can I say? I'm getting pretty damn good at this, man. I like it.
Hey, you're always become a semi-professional podcaster like me. Let's see here.
Man.
Oh, here you go. I got a couple questions here. Let's see here. Chris wants to say, Corey, what was your favorite drill? The one that got you pumped because you were doing it at practice. Man, we talking about practice? I can't help it. I do it every time.
Oh, man. You know what? I kind of like the strip the ball drill. So, Coach Anderson, man, you grab the ball and he'd try to come strip the ball. I got pumped up and it made me laugh because he's never getting that damn ball out of my hand. So,
right.
It was pretty fun. It was
how big are
a fun drill for me.
It ain't like you got small hands either. So you're like,
no.
Yeah, exactly. Like
it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Those claws, man. So what? Okay, so I got another question I want to ask you. Is all right,
okay.
Going from Cincinnati to New England, you're disgruntled Corey Dillon. You had all this stuff going. Oh, he'll never fit in to the Patriots.
Right.
He'll never be able to get into the Patriot way.
Right.
I mean, we didn't hear nothing from you except you were running forward and smashing people and getting yards and getting the ring.
Right, because you know what I figured out when I got there? The Patriot way, you know what that really is? Man, just going out there and doing your damn job.
Right, exactly.
I've been doing that for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's going to change? So, yeah, I just think, and I know we're going to dive into this a little bit later, but it's just that what the media and the perception that was out there, man, I was never disgruntled. How I'm going to be disgruntled, man? I'm out there trying to win freaking football games.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I didn't give up on the Bengals. They gave up on me. So the perception of me throwing a pass in the stands, it was out there like, oh, he's disgruntled. Bad apple, cancer. Man, dude. Let me ask you guys a question, man. And you guys could chime in and tell me if I'm wrong. From 97 to 2003, who did you came and see? And it wasn't Eazy-E. Thank you. So how am I a cancer?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I never got that, man. I was just like, you know what? And it seemed like that whole media perception down there was trying to follow me over into New England, man. And dude, you never heard nothing about me up there because you know what? I was just doing my job, and man, we was out there winning football games. So it kind of took care of itself.
So why do you think it was so? I know you and Hobson are cool because he's talked about you with me, and I know you talked about. Well, why do you think the whole thing between you and the Cincinnati media was so clashy or whatever?
Man, because you know what? I don't know, man. I wasn't in the mood to be talking after we getting our ass kicked, dude. To be honest with you,
hey Corey, that makes complete sense. You're getting your ass kicked all the time.
Would you want me smiling and happy and you know what? Putting on some makeup, getting ready for an interview after we got our ass kicked, man. I don't do that, bro. That ain't me. So maybe back then I wasn't the most personal person to approach after a game. So
that was young Dillon then.
And I was young dude, man. I hate losing, man. I hated it. So I think from that we got off on a bad note. Mm-hmm. And obviously didn't get no better because we wasn't winning. So so that kind of, you know what, carried us up along the next, you know, over the 7 years that I was there.
What do you think? This just came to me. What do you think or how do you think things would have been different if Boomer had stayed?
Oh, dude.
1 or 2 more years. Because I was so frustrated. I'm like, oh, we got Corey, we got Pickens, Boomer's back. I'm like, the way that run you guys had the last month of the season there,
man, we went on a real good run my rookie year. And you know what? That's not the discount Jeff Blake. Jeff Blake was a hell of a quarterback too.
Yeah.
But we went on a run, man, and then at the end of the season, I think we finished out like 7-9, but we run like 4 or 5 in a row at the end. Mm-hmm. So in the off season, man, I'm optimistic. I'm like, shit, yeah, man, next year we got this. We're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Until I got that phone call, and it was like,
I'm going to Monday Night Football.
I'm going to Monday Night Football, bro. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? Like, what the hell is going on? We were rolling.
Yep. So,
but you know what? I get it, man. I get it. Like, dude, you know what? He felt like that was his time, man. And I appreciate him, you know, coming. Well, I just appreciate playing with him that year, dude. As you get older, man, you don't really think about stuff like that. Like, man, Boomer was an OG out there, man, and he was playing his tail off, bro. And he put us in a lot of position to win a lot of games at the end. And shit, I just wanted that feel back. You know, I was disappointed, but I understand, like, man, people got to move on and do something else in life. So I wasn't too pissed off at him.
I leave it to my son to ask a question like this. It said, do you think Belichick's overrated?
Nah.
Came to his defense yesterday.
Nah, man, that dude's a genius, man. He's just down, but don't count him out. Trust me.
Well, the thing is, like, look, the quarterback is the most important position in all sports, I think.
Right.
You ain't got a quarterback. You can have a great running back like Corey Dillon.
Yeah.
But you need the quarterback. I mean,
you got to have that quarterback out there, man, or it's gonna be tough sledding. Trust me, I know.
Exactly. All right, Chris here. Corey, you didn't really have social media at the time as a player, or if you did, it was really new. How much do you think it affects today's players, and do you think it would have affected your career?
It would have. I think if it was, I had social media back then, I had more exposure. You know what I mean? So I like to say social media is a gift and a curse, man. If you're using it for the right platform, kudos to you, but then it could be detrimental to you. So it just depends on who you are and what you're using it for. But I think the players now have an advantage, man, where, you know what, they get a lot more visibility by the world. Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean?
Good or bad.
Yeah, I mean, a lot more exposure compared to when I played and we didn't have it. So
yeah, it's like Herm Edwards always says, don't press send. At least think about it.
Yeah, you know, hey, I'm just the old head trying to catch up right now.
Me too, brother. Me too. All right, Brad's got another question here. I think he's more of, I guess, the losing. I guess this is what he means. It said, Corey, was it the front office or the coaching?
Oh man, I just think it was a combination of everything, man. To be honest with you, from up top, coaching, players. I mean, shit. It was the whole thing. You know what I mean? The whole thing had to be fixed.
Well-run organization.
Yeah, the whole thing had to be fixed, man. It's just not one part of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had great players, and you know what? We could have. Hey, we want better instructions, and then on top of that, you want better management, better products out there, right there. So it starts from the top and it trickles down to the bottom. So I'm not going to point out one department over the other. I just think as collectively, the whole thing, man, we just need to do better.
Right. I think I know the answer to this, but Paula said, did you have a ping pong table in the locker room back then?
I don't think so.
I say, I don't think Mike Brown would have sprung for that back then.
Man, we didn't have shit.
We didn't have shit. You only have
I'm thinking. I got to think about it. How the hell a ping pong table gonna get back up in there? No.
You probably didn't have room for one at Spitty Field.
We didn't have room. Hey, man, we didn't have nothing around there, man.
No.
So,
yeah, that was, and you had the wonderful smells down there.
Yeah, man. That lovely aroma of spinning. Yeah,
the aroma of Spitty Field.
Right.
All right, kid's got another question. He said, "What took them so long, Corey, to start you as a rookie? Was it the record game? Was your first start?"
Nah, to be honest with you, man, y'all ready for this? Ready for this, right?
I'm ready.
Me personally, I just think it was the politics of picking Kajana Carter in the first round, bro. So
no, he was number one overall.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So justifying that pick kept me out of some games until they had no other choice but to start playing me. So to sum it up, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if Kajana doesn't rip his knee, the Bengals might not even draft you because if he turns out to be as what we all thought he was going to be, maybe Corey Dillon isn't a Bengal. So.
Right. So, hey, there it is, man. That's it in a nutshell. That's how I view it.
Exactly. Wait here? Okay, CD. Would you ever go in the booth if any network comes calling?
Well, if they could tolerate me cussing every blue moon. No.
Run the damn ball! What the blankety blank are you guys doing out there?
What the bleep?
Oh, Corey, you can't say that.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I probably would, man. I probably would. I'm not afraid of doing that.
Obviously,
if somebody came calling, and I might take that offer on.
I got to figure it out. We got the Ice and Dillon live stream during the games. Like the Manning cast.
Man, it's a package deal, man.
Yeah. Ice and Dillon cast. There you go.
There it is. A package deal. Send our contracts and send our bag. Period.
There you go. Yeah, we'll just discuss all the stuff, and then we'll have different people to interview.
We'll work out the details later, but send the bag and contract.
Exactly. All right, here's another one here. Anthony. Hey, Corey, do you think the national media have a bad stigma against the Bengals for so many years being in the basement? And let's settle it. Mike Brown was a cheap owner, so people can shut up.
Well, there you go, man. People were telling. Let's be honest, yeah, and that's when that occurs, like when there's like turmoil between the media and owner, man, that trickles down to the players. So of course they're not going to cover, the national media ain't going to cover us like they cover everybody else. I mean, and I alluded to that like earlier in the show, like when you talk to some of these people representing like the Hall of Fame, and you getting feedback from them is like, you know what, because you played for the Bengals. Hey, we didn't see you on TV a lot. Man, that's some of the stuff I'm talking about right there.
Another thing is, this just came to me, but I don't think fantasy football, I know it wasn't as big as it is now. So I know if you would be a number one pick for fantasy football, even if you were on a bad team.
Yeah.
So I think that would help you get
Yeah,
out
and
there
I'll be
scoring
damned.
well.
I'm gonna get you some numbers. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna get you some points.
Right.
Trust
So,
me on that.
yeah, that's the thing too, is the way people watch football has changed. And they cover everything. I mean, you got the NFL too. You watch any game you want now.
Right.
All that stuff was just starting to come out in '97. Because I remember, like I told you, I was in Florida, and I was excited as hell. I watched Thursday night game against you and the Oilers, and you had the rookie rushing record that game. So I was excited. That was the first Bengals game I got to watch because I guess I was living in Florida at the time. So
Yeah, man, that was a good Thursday night game too, man. So it was like they have us on like a midnight game.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And we're nationally televised. And before people fall asleep, they get to see us play. But
right.
But other than that, like on a regular, like compare when I played to how it's set up with them now, it's night and day.
Right.
It's night and day. So I wish I had what these youngsters got now. It would have been a lot better. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
And they really need to appreciate the work that's been done by the organization getting to that point, man, because you know what? They did some wonders down there. Trust me.
Exactly. All right, so let's roll into after your career. I think this happened when your career ended. Was it the domestic violence thing? You want to kind of comment on that? Well, go ahead and I'll let you tell your story of that.
All right, man. Before we start that, man, I know this is a super, super sensitive subject, man, and I don't want to come across
insensitive or anything like that.
Insensitive about this situation at all, or rude or anything like that, man. But I even prayed on this, man. I prayed on it, and I'm not gonna get into super details about this stuff, but like I would say this to people, like all the transgressions that I had off the field in my lifetime, you know what? I actually have my day in court with those transgressions, and zero came of it. I've been exonerated of all this stuff. So, and I get it. I get where people like, I get, it took me a long time to figure this out, but I get like when somebody do a story, man, that stuff don't come off the internet, bro. It doesn't.
Right.
So I want you guys just to think about it, man. Hey, I know it was printed. I'm embarrassed about it, even being in that situation. You know what I mean? And there's no way in hell that I go around in that manner being physical with any woman. That's just not me. Never have, never will. So on top of that, man, I know how stuff get printed, but then you know what? When you had that day in court and you get exonerated from this stuff, I didn't see nobody. I didn't see nobody willing to take that report to clear some of this stuff up. And that's all cool, man. I could live with it. You know what I mean? Because I know who I am and I know what happened. So, but this stuff follows you. You know what I mean? It follows you.
Because that report is out there. The more, it's a bigger story than the report where you got exonerated.
Exactly. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, man, I learned the hard way about stuff, man. Yeah, and it was terrible. It's still messed up. You know what I mean? Something over like a decade ago, you still got to answer questions when, you know what, you had your day in court and zero came of it. But it is what it is, man. And the only reason I don't get into super details about it is because my daughters are older now. You know, there's other people involved in this I got to think about.
Right.
And I'd be damned if I'm going to sit here and trash the other parent. That's just not going to be me, man. So it is what it is with that one, man. We both done moved on. I hope she's happy. I know I'm happy in my life, and I'm living my best life. But ultimately, the mindset and the happiness of our kids is more important than anything. So, and they're doing well, and that's all. And that's all I could wish for.
That's all that really matters.
Right.
And Corey Dillon has got 3 girls. He's a girl dad. How would you like the be the boyfriend?
Yeah, you come knocking on my door talking about dating one
and
of
see
my
that
daughters.
dude.
Let me holler at you.
Right.
Yeah.
So
y'all remember that movie Bad Boys? That's me.
I ain't going back to jail.
Mike Lowry, that's me.
Mike Lowry. dude. I love that movie.
Yes, it did.
That's
Yeah. So,
movies.
hey, listen, man. Hey, and before we end that little man, there's no way I condone any domestic violence whatsoever, man. It is not right for any person, man or female, to put their hands on anybody, dude. And it's just not good. And I know that stuff happens on a daily, and we just gotta find solutions to that, man.
Exactly.
To be honest with you.
Exactly. And that's kind of the reason I wanted to do this for you, so you can just get your side out there of different things. It's not, everybody always finds a negative. It's kind of like Brad says here. He says that's wrong with the media. Are always looking for the negative, not the positive in people. And that's kind of where I wanted to get this out for you. Like, stuff happened, dude. It's 20 years ago.
Man, stuff happens, man. I got millions of stories of like just rolling in my own community, man, and getting pulled over just because I'm in a nice car. I'm just like, dude, and it is crazy. It is crazy, like the life I live, man. There's like I back then I was even scared, like I could get pulled over and that could be it. You know what I mean? So I've been living with a lot of stuff, man, and I'm finally at a point where I found peace. Mm-hmm. Life is good. I ain't got to worry about that stuff no more.
Right.
I'm probably the happiest I ever been in a long time, in a decade. So, and I got to thank God for that and just being around great people. Amen. So, you know what I mean? I aim into that, man. Just retooling, refocusing, working on myself, getting good people around you. You know what I mean? Having a good support team, man. It means a lot. So absolutely. I'm definitely in a better place than I was a decade ago.
Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that, Corey. I mean, that's awesome, because sometimes the stuff, the highs that NFL players go through and the lows are bigger.
It's devastating. Than
what normal life is. It's not normal life. It's
not, man.
Right.
I have not lived a normal life since '97. Right. So okay.
25 years ago.
Yeah. So hey, going to the store might be a problem. You know what I mean? So hey, and that's I guess that's just I chose that career, but I didn't choose that exposure like that. You know what I mean? Me, I love playing. I just love playing ball. You know what I mean? And my main goal was to go out and try to win a Super Bowl, man. I didn't. You know what? I felt in my mind the money and all this stuff will fall in line. But you know what? I never played the game to be some kind of mega superstar and try to parlay that into something different. So, you know what? I felt after my playing days, I could just go back to being Corey. But people are like, oh, hell no, that ain't gonna happen.
Then all of a sudden, Strawberry Ice is going, hey, come on, podcast, come on, podcast.
Who
the hell is this
That
dude?
ain't happening. So, it is what it is.
But he brought up an interesting point there, and we talk about going to the grocery store with the internet, with the exposure that these guys have now. I don't know if Joe Burrow can go freaking anywhere, especially in this city.
No, he can't go get a jug of milk right now.
No, dude. I mean,
and that's what I'm talking about. It depends on who you are, man. I kind of chimed you in on my personality a little bit, man. Hey, dude, I'm cool. Being by myself in my little introvert little world, you know what I mean?
Playing your golf on Wednesdays?
Play my golf on Wednesday, go home and chill, you know what I mean? But chill with my lady, I'm not that guy who wants that attention, you know what I mean? Right. So, but there's some people who do.
Right.
And it just depends on the athlete, man. Some people are want that and some don't. So
it's nothing you want to be recognized. You want to be remembered for your accomplishments.
That's it, man.
Yes. What you did in a hard damn profession, you excelled at it. And I think you excelled at it in adverse situations with the Bengals. I mean, you were the almost every Sunday, you were the best player on the field that Sunday. That right there, and like I told you this the other day, that right there should make you a Hall of Famer because of what you did on the teams that you played.
Right.
With.
Hey, it's crazy you say that. You would think somebody, would think that's a more compelling case.
Right.
Basically trying to making something out of nothing, and putting up those numbers. It's a better case for you.
Mm-hmm.
People don't see it that way.
Yeah, I don't get that because they're like, well, such did this and they won this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Corey had the same numbers or better on shitty teams.
Right.
That should make it even more emphasize how good you were.
It should make my story even more compelling. But man, I guess the people who's in control of the thing, they don't see it that way, man.
Yeah.
A lot of us do.
Yeah.
But they got a different idea.
By the way, Anthony says you should start your own podcast.
Am I pretty good at this?
Yeah, you're pretty good.
I'm not. Hey, bro, we already. Hey, me and Strawberry Ice got $1 million deal. It's package deal or nothing.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we gotta start our own. You know what
there you go. There you go. Well, you can come on every day except Wednesday. That's your golf day. You can't come on that.
Hey man, I'm nowhere to be found on Wednesday.
I even know your schedule. That's bad. I'm like, Corey, hold on, I'm golfing. Go away.
I'll hit you after I golf. Absolutely.
Right. Exactly. All right, man. I guess that's about it. Is there anything else you wanted to hit?
Nah, man. Not really, man. It is what it is, man. It's just, cats are getting older, man, and wiser. So hopefully in time, man, everybody can, figure it out, man, and instead of hating, start showing some love, man. Because, hey, man, hate and stress will kill you, brother. And I'm not trying to do either or. I'm not trying to hate or be stressed or be killed. So that's good. So on that note, man, hey.
And you're proud.
Love, peace, and hair grease to everyone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you're proud to be a Bengal, and you're proud to be a Patriot. You're proud of what you did.
I'm proud of my journey. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of both, man. Absolutely.
It got you where you're at. I mean, hell, it got you on the Strawberry Ice Show. I mean, come on.
I mean, look at it. I'm on Strawberry Ice.
Woo!
Man, are you kidding me?
Oh, you're crazy, dude. All right, Corey, man, I appreciate you. I will see you Monday because you're going to be back in, and we're going to do. It's going to be a Bengals victory Monday. Can we win it?
Oh, done deal. That's
chickens.
That's a dub.
Exactly.
That's easy. Yeah. Easy money.
Exactly. Just run the damn ball.
Run it.
Give it to Mixon.
He needed 25 times.
I'm with. If he gets 25 times, he's getting 100. If he gets 100, we're winning.
Man, I like that mathematics right there.
Huh?
You're a genius. Exactly. 25 times a hundo equals a win. Period.
Boom. That just happened.
You heard it first. I said it.
Yeah. Wait, I thought I said it first.
Yeah, I stole that from you.
All right, dude. I will holler at you later, man.
All right, brother, man. I'll talk to you later, man. Who dat?
All right, Corey. Who dat? All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Corey's a cool dude. I love that dude. Like I said, just wanted to get it out there. We were talking Saturday night, and I'm like, hey, we can actually, explain more stuff, and it wasn't that he was apologizing, which he did apologize, but it wasn't more of that. It's more just, this is what happened, it is what it is. I messed up some things I did. I can't take it back. I also want to move forward, and he's grown as a person and a player. And honestly, you can't ask for any more than that. That's what everybody should do. Everybody should try every day you wake up to do better than you did the day before. That's life. If you're not doing as good or not trying to better yourself, then you're going backwards. Then why are you here? Anyway, all right, let's get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And, of course, I appreciate every single one of them. They are Who Dey Nation, Who Dey Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, Radical Reds, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and then you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, Threads, and TikTok. Twitter X handle is at Jeff A. Trunapole. TikTok is at Iceman90. I will be pulling off the sound later on tonight, put it on the podcast on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Leave a 5-star review in the comments so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. YouTubers, we're at 2,389 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And like I said, if you guys don't watch the show, then Corey didn't want to came on. Because, you know, if somebody's watching, why would he want to come on? So I did ask him that the other night. I said, did you just come on? Like, you know, because I had this dumb name, Sports with Strawberry Ice, which is just a stupid name. But, you know, he didn't know me for a whole while. He's like, and he decided to come on. I said, did you actually look at the show? He goes, oh, yeah, I peeped you out first. I said, okay, good. He said he wasn't just going on some random guy's show called Sports with Strawberry Ice. But that was, so like I said, my whole point to that is if you guys don't watch, Corey would have never came on. So I appreciate you guys, all the support you guys give me, and you guys are awesome. Mon will be on tomorrow from Cincinnati, Bengal Pulse, and we will have a fun Football Friday show. I'm going to go get some food. I'm hoping to go to Midwest and meet Chop and Greg, but it closes at 8, and it's 45 minutes from me, and it's 6:45 now. I don't know if I'm going to make it. One of these days, I'm going to get out to Midwest. I know Corey's going out there with us. Maybe first time I go out there, but Corey goes out there, but I want to try the freaking wings. Anyway, Chop, Greg, if you're watching, have fun. One of these days, I'll get out there. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you tomorrow. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!
In the night, stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, everything day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who that, time to put your hands up. Bengals stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move?